Greetings my lovely cats. In today's video I'm going to discuss a special hero we have today, Hannibal. This guy I fall in love with, and because of Serigami, he actually did mention this hero a lot, so I decided to dive deep down about this hero and literally try everything else. We were struggling so much because our server was full of Molan and it was really unplayable. Like literally if you picked anything, Molan is just going to shit on you. So we decided to try something new because there was no other option. I mean, it's all full of Molans, and Molans is literally at this stage of the game, she eats everyone alive, which forced few of us, not many of us, to just try to gamble and switch into Hannibal. So in today's video I'm going to explain to you how to actually benefit from this beast and what all the builds that we manage to create with him, and what is the best build for this guy, and what is his team, how many teams can you make with him, how many heroes actually would synchronize well with this guy. So if you like this type of content, please don't forget to like and subscribe, and prepare your coffee because it's gonna be a long video. So Hannibal is really a special hero with completely different mechanics than in Hero. This hero upgrading path is going to be either 1 star or 5 stars, which means you either going to go all the way with this hero up to 5 stars, or you can just stay at 1 star, and allow me to explain the reasons. Now, how does the mechanic of this hero works is as following. This hero basically is like a stats thief, which means any stats that the enemy loses, any reductions of the stats, Hannibal gets it back as a buff, and this happens when he activates his commander skill, which people are call it ultimate skill. Not only that, it does have a very high, that's a high amplification, 400% might and 400% strategy, but any reduction that happens to enemy heroes, you are going to take it to yourself. It doesn't matter how it gets applied. Even if it's not applied by your marsh, any debuffer in the open field, if you debuff an enemy, any stats that enemy lost, you are going to take it as a buff for yourself and for 6 seconds. And it's synchronized very freaking well with his second skill, which is the signature skill. His signature skill here does have a 300% base and goes all the way to 370 since this is 5-star hero. But not only that, look at this. It reduces the enemy commander's armor by 100 and strategy by 100. And both of these has a modifier, which means if you increase the strategy and the might of this hero, you will gain more damage, you will do more reduction, which is freaking crazy. Now, why did I say that this hero is either 1 star or 5 star is this. The star rating here. The benefits that you are going to get from the star. Now, take a look at this. 1 star gives him 3 seconds more to the debuff. If you inflicted a debuff on the enemy, the debuff is going to stay for more time. The regular time for the debuff on this hero is just 3 seconds and gets amplified and becomes 6 seconds. So this is literally just 1 star makes you double. But the problem comes at the 3 stars, it only adds 70% damage, which is not really match because you are already dealing a 300% damage from the might and 300% on the strategy here, but comes the most broken 5 star on literally any hero, which is going to increase the attribute reduction of Peerless by 65 points, which means this guy will take an armor, 100 base armor and 100 strategy less, which is getting amplified by the amount of might you are having. Since this guy already have a crazy ass strategy, then this is at least going to be more than 200 armor loses, which makes this hero crazy powerful on the battlefield. And obviously, when you click at the skill, the surprise victory, you will understand why it becomes even crazier, because any debuffs that the enemy has during that time means you're going to get it. If the enemy loses 200 armor, you're going to get those 200 armor. If the enemy loses might, you're going to get those mights, and you're going to be debuffed for 6 seconds. 6 seconds means that you are going to have full 2 turns of all of these massive buffs. This is so far how this hero functions. Currently there are 3 builds with Hannibal. One of them excels at the rally, but it is considered to be an average on the open field. The second build is the average build overall, whether it is a rally, whether it is an open field. The third build is going to be weaker on the rally, but it is going to be the best on the open field. As someone who really doesn't want to talk a lot, I just want to make the videos educational and not fucking boring, so I will be limiting my words to reports to show you exactly how monstrous this build is when it comes to rally. So let's take a couple of rallies that we had when we were in the biggest war ever we had in Age of Empires. I'm gonna show you here in troops details how massively did my march with this build perform. So we have Dalek, amazing guy. He is a monster. He has a monster cavalry march, and I have my cavalry march too. But he's main cavalry and I'm not main cavalry. You guys know that I'm Olan, and this was just a fast switch. Let me show you here. This is the one which I told you, it's an S tier when it comes to the rally. Even Cleopatra is not even full, she's 1 star less. So she's like, yeah, she still needs more to be perfect. But look at this. I had 110k, he had 151k, but look at the kill difference, like 40k more troops, yet I almost did the same when it comes to the kills. Not only that, I can show you the stats too here. Let me show you here. So this is his march, and it had like 151k, and it was Hannibal, Ashoka, and Justin. But for my build here, it had Hannibal, Ashoka, and Cleopatra. Let me show you the stats of both of us. So here is the stats. Let's take a look at the stats. 431 might, 448 strategy, 337 might, defense 421, and 67 is the health. Now, if we swap this into me, we should be finding me here. Look at the difference between the stats. Less by almost 100 when it comes to the might attack. Even the strategy attack is barely hitting 400, while in his case, can I find him back again? Yeah, I can here. Can I close this one? Okay, so this one, let me switch it back to him. You guys can see here, both of us. This is the difference between the stats of me and him, yet our kills are almost close. And he has 40k more troops. Look at my defense, look at the stats, all of these stats. Difference is because he's mainly is a cavalry. And now let's take another report. Look at this one. This is a report in which we even lost in. I had more. And the difference is, again, the difference 126, 114. Let's check out another report. This is another report. Look at the difference between the damage on this one. I had 312k, which is closest to our most strongest player, and he had almost 50% more than his build, which is the regular one. And this is obviously the strongest player in the game at that time. So you can see there was not really much difference. I can even show you the guy's stats is literally out of this world. Here, 477 might more, and she was fucking insane. Okay, that's one of them. Again, let me show you another report. Here is another report. Look at this. 116 again, 400, almost 500 kills, 80k more than the regular build. As you can see, the difference is I will have slightly more death, not really much death to be honest, but when it comes to damage, and it's not even fully optimized because I'm not actually a cavalry player, I was again an archer player. Let's see another report. There is no cavalry in this one. Yes, see this report too. Here, 260k kills and surpasses all of our massive whales. This is again going through other player, and he's really massive. The leg is another massive main cavalry. Yet my just fast made cavalry is still surpassed when it comes to the kills. On the rally, I have more and more reports because it was not just a single fight. It was multiple long fights too. See, this is a long fight between the top 3 players we had. 683k, 680 and 500k. Still the highest in almost all the reports. Okay guys, let's go to the second important thing. Rings that I have been using. Again, these are not the best rings, guys. I was only using these rings because these are the only rings I had when I switched from Mulan to my cavalry build because I had no other option. Okay, but there are some things that I have already used and they performed like freaking great. Despite the fact that I had a double attack. Okay, a Fury of Blows is literally the ring which you need to use. This is the ring. Radiant ring is must. This is a must ring. Okay, this is a must ring. As for the skills that I have used during the rally, it was that tactical pressure pursuit and another double attack. You might say what the fuck, but yeah guys, it fucking works. Okay, for the second, I was using Ring of the Night Wolf. You might have actually a different opinion in this, but I think I did that because this dude might is just fucking crazy high. That's why I used. Let me just confirm. Yeah, he had a 500 might, so I was using this ring. It actually did perform very good. Again, this is not the most optimized, but it works. It works, and it's actually fucking crazy good. As for this sweet lady, Cleopatra, so yeah, I do trust that these skills are actually very freaking good. Double attack one and crushing it back, it was very nice. And remember guys that the debuffs does not stack if they are similar, so you're not supposed to use 2 of the same debuffs because they don't stack. One of them is only going to be working if like tactical is going to stack with crushing, but crushing with crushing is not going to stack. As for the ring that I have used, again, this is not the best ring, but that's the ring I had and still performed very well. Reduce all the damage of your active skills and increase the damage of your basically normal attacks. There's more options, but again, the ring was not really the main reason I did damage. The build is overall is really fucking good. and you can optimize it more by using purple rings. You have the night wolf rings, might be good. The steel stats ring is really great, but this is exactly what I have used. You can see, guys, this is the performance it did during the rally, and it was crazy that I got a lot of DMs after on how to create the symbol. I will go in more details for the other two builds. If you obviously like this video, and leave a comment if you want to see the other builds for Hannibal, please leave a comment, and please don't forget to like and subscribe. Just let me know in the comments below if you want me to make the other part for the rest of the builds or not. That's basically it, guys, and have a wonderful day.
In a city full of chaos and a tangled web of streets lives a furry feline king, the coolest cat you'll ever meet. He's got muscles like a lion, a strut that's straight up mean, with a swagger and a purr that makes the ladies scream. He's Godzilla, the beast of the block. When he rolls up, the whole place rocks. He's got that charm, yeah, he's got that flair. Every girl in town's got their eyes on his hair.